time. But journal if you need to, like when you're feeling those cravings, write down what's going on inside your head in that moment. And then, just keep doing that and then go back and read it later, and then you'll see a pattern. But you're in the middle of that pattern right now because it's just starting. So again, just go easy on yourself. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of time to get here. It's not going to go away overnight. So just hang in there because you're on the right path doing the right thing for the right reason. Parasites. And so the parasites thrive on that sugar. So cancer grows like that. It's a known fact that as long as you can keep your body in acidic, so like sodas, the sugar, if you're on the acid side, that's how disease grows and breeds. Once you bring yourself back over to the alkaline side, it starts to kill them off. And that's what you're doing, is you're taking your body and you're going to where you need to be in the middle of the pH, which is in the middle to the alkaline, not the middle to the acid. So this over here, you're killing them, but they're trying to hold on to their host. And so you can take that many different ways, but the parasite is holding on to the host and they don't want to die, but neither do you. It's demonic. It's all been manufactured by those that want to do souled human beings harm. So as you're going through this, you're also becoming aware and you're learning. You're learning not only about yourself, but by like researching this and looking at that, you're also empowering yourself. And then the more that you learn and the more that you realize how all of this has been designed to cause just exactly this malnutrition and no nutrition and the cravings for, well, I grew up with empty calories. That's what we were, potato chips and all that, they were just empty calories. You're not that far off. You're not at all. I started research health and wellness products back in 2008. And that's when I started learning how messed up not only is our medical system, our healthcare, because it's not healthcare. It is designed to keep you in an unhealthy state so they can continue to control you through their chemical drugs, through their chemical foods. Everything is chemical based. It's not plant based like it's supposed to be.
Even the fruits and vegetables.
You got to watch the fruits and vegetables because if they're GMO or if they've been sprayed, depending on where you get it, you have to keep an eye on like that too, where you source your food. You're better off trying to get your stuff at like farmers markets.
It's like a spiritual warfare.
It is.
A battle.
You got to understand. You're right, and you caught on to this. I got chills because it is spiritual warfare. When you understand that everything in our world, and even if you want to go to the Bible straight up tells us, okay, the principality that owns and controls the air and everything else in this world for the time being is Lucifer. It is satanic. It is demonic, and their time is coming to an end. And that's also what you're seeing right now is he knows his numbered days are getting now to, his number is literally almost up. So they're doing everything they can to try to deceive and fool as many people to stay in this box instead of transferring over where we need to be, which is, choose which side you're going to come down to. You can call it black and white, you can call it good and evil, you can call it God and Satan, you can call it whatever you want. But we're coming down to that time. Every human being is going to have to make a choice. Which one are you going to serve? And you're choosing this over here. But this right here is not making it easy, but it never does. It doesn't matter what that addiction is. It's an addiction to food, addiction to drugs, addiction to a human being, being in an unbalanced relationship, okay, or being a good person in a relationship with a narcissist. As you try to get out of this, the narcissist literally will turn into a demon before your eyes. They're not going to let you go without a fight because it's about ownership and control. Does that make sense? So keep doing what you're doing. Hold on. If you've only been doing it for 3 days, okay, you're starting to make headway. But again, give yourself some grace.
Really quick, why is it so challenging? You mentioned that sugar is similar to cocaine.
Yes. Hang on 2 seconds. Hey, can I call you right back? Oh, thank goodness, that was my neighbor. Yes. So white refined sugar it hits the back of your brain in the same area that cocaine will. So again, that addiction it's been designed that way to make it that more difficult for you to walk away from the refined sugar.
Wow, and you mentioned the television is even worse.
Well, this is just me, but the blue light and the programming, and if you go look at, I think it's child abuse, but have you ever watched anybody give a toddler or a baby, even a 4 or 5 month old baby, a screen for even 1 minute and then take it away from them? The fit that they will go into. Because all of this has been designed to hit your brain in the same places
As the cocaine.
as the cocaine and the refined sugar will get you.
So you literally, like you said, have to go into the mountains and
Either find a way to completely take yourself off grid for a while. And then once you get over it and you learn and you realize, I really don't need this thing. I don't need this thing to survive. You'll go find the things that you did when you were a little girl. The creative stuff, and go outside, go be in nature, go color, and go pick a medium, but go engage in artwork. And then realize that you really don't need this thing, and everything that it emits, the radiation that comes off of all of our stuff, plus all the Wi-Fi, the EMF, electromagnetic field pollution that we live in. So every second of every minute of every day, we're being bombarded with all of this stuff. And it's by design. Off where you and I would go. And so when we started following one particular person, it was everything, every resource that we have, you could tie it back to the same old rabbit hole. And that rabbit hole runs deep, and it is evil. But when you do the spider web, and you go figure it out, see if you can pull it up when you do go do research, but it has to do with what the 5 or 6 food companies, that just a few small entities own everything, and everything is connected. Out Feinstein and a bunch of them, and within 24 hours on the final one, because not only did I call them out by name, I called out where it was fraud. So within 24 hours, I was shot at 3 times. It's one of the reasons why I came to Texas in 2014 is because I wanted physical distance from my daughters. So if you're gonna come after me, you can come do it here, and our water, because without water, that's how you control the population, that's how you control humans. If you don't have water, then you don't have food. And if you don't have food and you don't have water and you don't have clean air, you don't have a healthy life. No, and I didn't know at that time, again, until I was exposed to certain things, but it's human trafficking. Everything is basically driven also, that's their driving factor. They make more money off of trafficking babies than all of the other, everything in our economics combined. And that's another thing that's coming to an end too. So like just literally, I know it sounds stupid, but trust the plan, trust with what's going on in the city of Washington, because Washington, DC, the little nation state, was taken out. But pay attention to what's happening right now, blowing up USAID, that all of these different departments were nothing but slush funds for money laundering and kickbacks at the expense of our education, our children, our food, all of this, for these same group of people to have ownership and control of everything, because it is their love of money and power and their greed that motivates them. And all of that comes down on the, in my opinion, the Luciferian side of our equation. We're always gonna have good and evil. It's just we're not gonna have so much evil because most of it has been, had the rug ripped out from underneath it. But it is going to get better. It's gonna get rough, but it's gonna get better. So